Did you know that a leopard can be just a few feet away from you and you'd likely never even see it? These incredible cats are the true masters of stealth in the animal kingdom, capable of moving through the bush with a silence that is almost supernatural. They are part of the Panthera genus, which is a fancy way of saying they belong to the group of big cats that can roar, a sound that sends shivers down your spine. This group includes their cousins, the lions, tigers, and jaguars. The secret to their roar is a special ligament in their voice box that stretches, something smaller cats like your pet at home simply don't have. A leopard's power and mystery make them one of the most fascinating predators on our planet, a perfect blend of grace and raw strength. When you picture a big cat, the leopard's iconic spotted coat is probably one of the first things that comes to mind. But those spots, called rosettes, are more than just beautiful. They're a critical tool for survival, providing some of the best camouflage in the natural world. This pattern allows them to melt into the dappled light of the forest or the tall grasses of the savannah, making them nearly invisible to their prey and to any potential threats. Across their vast range in Africa and Asia, there are actually 9 different subspecies of leopard, and their coats can vary. Leopards in drier, open grasslands often have a lighter, paler coat, while those living deep within dense rainforests might have a much darker, richer golden color to better blend in with their shadowy surroundings. It's common for people to mix up leopards and jaguars, but there's an easy way to tell them apart if you look closely at their spots. A leopard's rosettes are beautiful, but they are typically smaller and simpler, without any dots inside them. A jaguar, which lives in the Americas, has larger rosettes with one or more small black dots right in the center. Besides their coats, their body shapes are different too. Jaguars are generally heavier and stockier, built with more muscle for tackling large prey in the dense jungles. Leopards, on the other hand, are a bit smaller and more slender, built for agility, speed, and their amazing ability to climb trees with incredible ease. Sometimes you might hear tales of a black panther, which sounds like a totally different animal, but it's actually a leopard with a special genetic trait. This condition, called melanism, results in an excess of dark pigment that makes their fur appear solid black. However, if you catch one of these stunning cats in just the right sunlight, you can still see the faint outline of their rosettes hidden in their dark coat. These black leopards are most commonly found in the dense, dark rainforests of Southeast Asia, where their shadowy fur gives them an extra advantage in the gloom. It's a perfect example of how these animals have adapted to become the ultimate ghost-like hunters of their environment. Leopards are ambush predators, which means they don't rely on long, exhausting chases. Instead, they use patience and incredible stealth, stalking their prey with low-to-the-ground movements and using every bit of cover they can find. They can get astonishingly close, sometimes within just a few yards, before launching a sudden, explosive attack. Their hunting strategy is one of calculated silence and surprise. They are known to hunt a huge variety of animals, from small rodents and birds to larger prey like antelope, deer, and even baboons. This adaptable diet is one of the key reasons they have been able to survive in such a wide range of habitats, from scorching deserts to freezing mountains and dense jungles. One of the most defining skills a leopard possesses is its phenomenal ability to climb. They are the most arboreal or tree-dwelling of all the big cats, and they are incredibly strong. Their powerful hind legs allow them to leap an incredible 20 feet forward and 10 feet straight up into the air, often landing in the branches of a tree in a single bound. Trees serve as a safe place to rest, a vantage point to scan for their next meal, and most importantly, a dinner table. A leopard can haul a kill that is 2 or 3 times its own body weight straight up a tree trunk, a feat of strength that keeps its hard-earned food safe from scavengers like lions and hyenas who can't follow them up. While they are famous for their climbing, leopards are also surprisingly fast and powerful on the ground. When they need to close the distance for an attack or make a quick escape, they can sprint at speeds of up to 36 miles per hour. Their large, wide paws have thick pads on the bottom, which act like cushions to muffle their footsteps as they stalk through the undergrowth, allowing them to move with ghost-like quietness. This combination of speed, strength, and silence makes them a formidable predator. They are perfectly engineered machines, built for a life of hunting and surviving in some of the world's most challenging environments, where every advantage counts. But their talents don't stop on land. Leopards are also very capable swimmers, ranking right behind tigers and jaguars in their comfort in the water. They won't hesitate to cross rivers in search of new territory or to pursue prey. They have even been observed diving into the water to catch fish or crabs, showing just how versatile and opportunistic they are. This willingness to take to the water, combined with their climbing prowess and ground speed, demonstrates why leopards are considered the ultimate survivors. They have a tool for almost every situation, allowing them to thrive in places where other big cats simply couldn't make a living. Unlike lions, which live in large family groups called prides, leopards are primarily solitary animals. Adult leopards spend most of their lives alone, roaming and defending their own territories, which they mark with scents and claw marks on trees. A male's territory will often overlap with the territories of several females, and this is how they find each other when it's time to mate. There isn't a specific breeding season, so mating can happen at any time of the year. A male will track a female by the scent she leaves behind, and after they mate, the male will go back to his solitary life, playing no role in raising the young. The incredible task of bringing up the next generation of leopards falls entirely on the mother. After a gestation period of about 3 months, the female leopard will give birth to a litter of 2 or 3 cubs in a well-hidden den, like a cave, a thicket, or a hollow log. These cubs are born blind and completely helpless, weighing only about a pound each. Their eyes open after about a week, and for the first few months of their lives, they are incredibly vulnerable. The mother must leave them hidden while she goes off to hunt, always returning to nurse them and keep them safe from predators like hyenas, lions, and even other male leopards, who might see the cubs as a threat. She is their sole protector and provider during this critical early stage. When the cubs are around 3 months old, they are strong enough to start following their mother outside the den. This is when their real education begins. She starts teaching them the essential skills they will need to survive on their own. They learn by watching her hunt, practicing their stalking and pouncing skills on each other in playful tussles. The mother will sometimes bring small, live animals back to the den for the cubs to practice on, helping them learn how to make a kill. This period is a long apprenticeship, where every lesson is a matter of life and death in the wild. The young leopards will stay with their mother for about 2 years, learning everything from how to hunt different types of prey to how to avoid danger and navigate their territory. Once they have mastered these skills and are nearly fully grown, their mother will begin to push them away, encouraging them to become independent. It's a tough transition, but it's a necessary one. The young leopards must then set out to find and establish their own territories, facing the many challenges of the wild on their own. This cycle ensures that only the strongest and most capable individuals survive to pass on their genes. Despite their incredible adaptability, leopards are facing a crisis across their entire range. These magnificent cats have vanished from nearly half of their historic range in Africa, and an astonishing 84% of their territory in Eurasia. The biggest threats they face come from us, from humans. One of the main dangers is poaching. Leopards are illegally hunted for their beautiful coats, which are sold on the black market, and for their body parts, which are sometimes used in traditional medicines. This illegal trade puts immense pressure on leopard populations, pushing them closer to the brink in many regions, even though they are a protected species. Another major threat is conflict with humans, especially as our populations expand and encroach on their habitats. As farms and settlements move into areas where leopards live, the cats sometimes prey on livestock like goats or cattle because their natural prey has become scarce. For farmers who depend on these animals for their livelihood, losing even one can be devastating. In response, they may set out poison or traps to kill the leopards, viewing them as pests rather than as a vital part of the ecosystem. This human-wildlife conflict is a huge challenge for conservationists trying to protect these incredible animals while also respecting the needs of local communities. But it's not all bad news. There is hope. All around the world, dedicated people are working hard to secure a future for leopards. Conservation programs are being put in place to help reduce conflict with farmers. Some initiatives incentivize farmers to build predator-proof enclosures for their livestock, or provide compensation for any animals lost to predators. Others focus on capturing and relocating problem leopards rather than killing them. In Russia, an amazing effort helped save the critically endangered Amur leopard. The government created a massive national park, which allowed the population to nearly double from just 30 individuals to over 57 in a few short years. Protecting leopards is about more than just saving a single beautiful species. Leopards are apex predators, which means they are at the top of the food chain. They play a crucial role in keeping their ecosystems balanced and healthy by controlling the populations of herbivores. When leopards disappear, it can cause a ripple effect that damages the entire environment. Saving them means saving the vast wild places they call home. By supporting conservation efforts, promoting coexistence, and fighting poaching, we can ensure that these masters of stealth continue to roam the savannas and forests for generations to come. Their survival is a testament to the wildness of our planet, and it's a wildness we can't afford to lose.